Hi y'all, welcome to this live. I'm just going to do a demonstration on how to wrap a BengKung because you have asked. So this is going to be that video. I have my BengKung here. This was given to me on my birthday as a gift for my postpartum period. It was ordered off of a site or an Etsy store. I can give that information to you, but it's pretty easy to find. There are a ton of stores you could look online. A lot of YouTubers who make videos for this also have links in their bio of where to find this as well. But if you have a long cloth, it will work. Long scarf, anything of the sort, and you can probably even tie multiple together if you really want to be creative. But this is my BengKung. I'm going to wrap on my belly so you can see, and I'm going to show you, and it's going to vary. So like the tightness, the thickness, the texture is going to vary depending on the cloth that you have and the quality of it. But let's get started. So y'all gonna see my bellies. And usually you want to like wrap underneath your belly, more so like where your womb would be, or like where your uterus should be, or the very top of your groin and your hips. You can even go a little bit lower just for extra support. But what you want to do, I tend to save at least maybe like 2 feet of cloth. And you can kind of tell if you fold this and it's about the length of your elbow to your wrist, that you're in a good position there. Just to leave hanging a little extra. And you'll see why, because this is going to be our anchor to keep our wrap on us, okay? So this part, the center of this 2 foot, is going to go right, just line it up with your belly button, okay? And you can pick any direction. I'm going to the right because I'm right-handed. Dominantly. I'm actually ambidextrous, but I use my right hand more. And I'm going to go just around my body. Now, if someone was wrapping you, they would be doing this for you. They'd probably stand behind you and do this. But I'm just going to wrap it behind me. Nothing fancy at all. Just wrapping it flat. I have my BengKung on the floor, so I'm just going to step over that. Just going to wrap it how you want it. Is up to you. You can open it wide, make it more flat, or you can squeeze it real tight and make it thin. So you're going to get here, you're going to have this X formation. This anchor is just going to be like a lever that's going to go up and down and up and down. So in order to start securing the wrap, we're going to start with it down. Prepare to wrap. As you're wrapping the length, the rest of this around the anchor, you're going to pull it up, right? You can put it under your chin if you want to support you, and just pull it back to the side that it came from. This is the beginning of your wrap. Now, where you situate this little, like, this is going to be your knot, your false knot that forms. You want that to situate right in the middle, somewhere that's comfortable, and that it's at a tightness that works for you, that's secure, but it's not too tight and causing too much pressure. Because as you go up, it's all going to, like, basically stitch itself. So then you're going to go back in the other direction, doing the same thing. You can see where it's twisting, format it how you want it. And just pull around. So remember I said this would be down. You can leave it up like this. I'll show you 2 ways. You can leave it up like this and then go down and around. Or you can just put it back down and just grab it up each time if that's easier. But it's the same thing, except now you're going to go the opposite direction. So you had your anchor down, you wrapped it around, you're going to secure it. Make sure it's at least snug. You see how taut this is? You want it to at least be taut like that. Taut meaning like you're pulling it and it's snug and it's not going to slip through your fingers and it's secure. He's over here walking. It's so sweet. Yay! He just started walking. So exciting. So yeah, we're just going to literally keep doing this until we get to the top. So I'll go at a decent pace so you can keep seeing that I'm not making this up and it is this easy. Again, tightness is based on preference. If you're working with a doula or a support person or whoever is helping you to wrap it up, make sure you communicate to them whether or not this is comfortable for you. You can do this as soon as being a few days postpartum, if not that day, if you really want to. I give it at least 3 days to get your body a little acclimated, and during that point you should just be resting and not focused on just binding. But Yeah, 3 days up to months later, even years, honestly. Like, I didn't start using my BengKung until way after my postpartum period on paper, right, the 6 weeks. But I did have a need for some additional support with getting my organs back in place and helping to shrink my uterus. And sometimes I just felt a lot of pressure, like, from my bladder. So it just feels really nice to have this extra cushion, this extra support, okay? And you can see where the gaps are here, where it would be useful if you want them to be thicker or thinner. Try and keep this here, okay? So there we go. And this is it. Really. Now, this is not the same as waist training. This is not with the goal to make yourself slimmer or to literally train your waist to take on a certain shape. This is more so about supporting your organs back into place, helping your uterus to shrink, right? And to offer support while you're breastfeeding, and to help you with your back, because a lot of people who breastfeed and who are carrying babies tend to slouch and bend over. So this will help you to feel like you have more support. If you have a breastfeeding pillow, that's also helpful. But if you pair these together, you're going to get so much support. This really pushes up against your spine too in a comfortable way. Now I'll show you the back. It's just wrapped around flat. And I like it. Why? Because it layers up on the other ones. But the front gives it a little bit of space, so it's not too much pressure on one part of your body. I'm feeling a little bit like Mulan right now. The original, not live action. And I'm gonna keep going. Now you'll be able to pace and see how much of this you have left. I have quite a bit left. And it's okay, it's a demonstration. I still have quite a bit left to go. So that's why I say you can kind of start lower. Because if you kind of start low and then go up, you really will feel that support. But some people like it right at this groin area. It's a sweet spot so that you can still kind of bend and move around and it's not in an awkward space. But again, do what works for you. Okay. Going back here. Wrapping around. We're just wrapping. I know it's almost that season. People gonna be wrapping, so this is something for y'all to practice. This is a great tool if you are a birth worker or doula who's not familiar with wrapping. For you to do. Like I said, it's very easy. And this is how you wrap. Hi! I'm showing people how to wrap your belly after giving birth. And I will also show what happens when you get to the top and how you secure it. Now you can go up as high as like underneath your breastplate. Again, whatever is comfortable. Just really want to make sure it's snug. Okay. All right, so this is a pretty decent stopping pace. Since it's like ending up over here, I'm just gonna go with the flow of this and I'm just gonna tie it. You can tuck it in if you want. I'm just gonna do like a simple knot, but I'm gonna loop one just so it's easy to take out later and then tuck. All right. And this is just so there's no accidental slips where it can open up or rub against something and cause it to unravel. But this is the finished product, right? You can see where it's pulled it in more. Again, if it was lower, this would have supported at a different level, so I probably would have felt it gets really tight more so in the middle, so you would have felt that more in this region compared to up here. But I wanted you to be able to see everything. Again, the back is flat. You can see that all of my back is covered and wrapped in, so you know that everything is really secure. Once it's tightened, once it's done, you can really feel where it's supporting everything. So if you need to make adjustments and to loosen up everything, that's great. Or if it's too loose and you need to tighten it, you can go ahead and make those adjustments. Again, it doesn't take much time. It just is pretty repetitive. And you just want to go with the motion of down, around, over to that side that you came from, down, around to the opposite side and back. And just keep, looks like a TikTok dance. Alright, that's it. So, thank you for watching. I hope this was really helpful. Comment below whether or not you try this and if this method works for you. And have a great day.